Oh man, had the wrong overlay. There we go. And David's not even in here.
Where
We're
am I
getting off to a
at?
hot start here. Welcome into the
Man,
Bobby Drew Show. That was a mess. It is February 19th, 2024. And currently, right now, the Daytona 500 is going, and we just had the big one. Man, they were going clean for a while. And literally, as the stream is about to start, we had the big wreck. How many laps were left? Do you guys know?
8 laps.
yeah.
8 laps left in the Daytona 500. It's been pretty clean. I think there's only been a couple cautions, maybe one,
Yep.
something like that. There's only
Yep.
been a few, but man, they just had the big one. The question is, Brian, is Denny Hamlin still in the race?
No. Yes, I'm just
Oh.
kidding. He is.
No, he is. Okay, all right.
He's
If we watch Denny Hamlin win, we might see Brian have a meltdown.
Or I might just lose speed and have to go bye-bye.
listen.
He will have a meltdown while we are here. Oh, there's
No
been
doubt.
8 cautions. Wow, that's a lot. That's what Nate said in the comments. Man, what
I'm
happened in
watching
that
the
one?
in-car cameras. Denny Hamlin's sitting in his pit box. I don't know. Brad Keselowski's getting hooked up to the tow truck.
Not
Wrong.
good.
I knew it. I said Ross Chastain's going to cause a wreck because he's being dumb. And that's what he did.
Well,
He didn't have the speed to keep trying to block everybody, and that's what he did, and it backed everybody up. Ridiculous.
this is actually perfect. It actually works out because we wrote down our topics for the day earlier, and the first thing we wanted to talk about was the Daytona 500. It happens that in Florida yesterday, that the faucet was running. It rained everywhere all day long, and so they had to delay it till today. So it's almost over. So we'll announce. Well, actually, hey guys, we get to announce a winner live. This is technically we're technically live streaming the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah, now we're a live stream kind of show here, but a lot of people don't enjoy NASCAR, but a lot of people do. I enjoy NASCAR. I think it's cool because I like cars. I like cars that go fast. And Dave, you had your experience with with NASCARs, and maybe some people didn't hear it, but how fast did you go in a race car?
I love NASCAR, and I got a chance as a birthday gift. I got one of those NASCAR driving experiences, right? So we go down to this track. I don't know, somewhere in Central Florida, like Sebring area. Don't let the name Sebring get your hopes up because this was it was an oval track, but really it was more of a circle. There were like no straightaways. You sit through an hour or 2 hour long class before they even let you drive their car. The whole time they're basically drilling it into you that if you wreck our car, you will pay for it. Okay. So they got me scared to death. And then I get in there and I can feel the power. I mean, I'm in this car, it's got like 800 horsepower and literally nowhere to go. And I went around the track like, I don't know, 10 times. And I get off and I see my family and they're all laughing at me because I never even got it out of second gear, bro. I think I went maybe 30 to 35 miles an hour around that circle. And oh my God, they were just terrible. It was embarrassing. I need to go to Daytona and do this though.
Yeah, right.
Where you at, Bobby Drew?
Bobby, you alive?
You alive? This is the Bobby Drew Show, and he is not here. What's up with that?
Okay, I guess we'll take over. Yeah. Well, I know I've been to the Daytona 500. I went a total of 4 times when I was in Florida, and I absolutely loved it. I'm serious. I know hockey is really good in person, but man, when you go down there by the track at the Daytona and those cars go by you, not only do you hear it, man, you feel it. It's incredible. Hey, Bobby, what's up?
Hey, sorry guys, go ahead.
What happened?
Don't worry about it. All right, don't worry about it.
Right.
What's up with that? Oh, we could do that right now while we're waiting for the winners. You guys want to do a what's up with that segment? I know we may be a little limited on what we have, but I love doing this segment. I think it's a fun thing to do. But here, let's do our little intro to what's up with that. Brian, get ready. You're going to take it away to start us off.
All right, I'm ready. Okay. Everybody knows I'm a New England kind of guy, but let me ask all you New York fans out there, how many playoff games have the New York Giants and New York Jets hosted at MetLife Stadium in the last 20 years? Oh, you don't know? Let me tell you, one. Hey,
Oh,
let me tell you something else, New York fans. There was 2 NHL hockey games in MetLife Stadium. 2, and they both sold out. There have been more NHL games in MetLife Stadium than has been NFL playoff games. What's up with that?
what is
Man.
that? Bro, that is sad. That is really, really
Oh,
sad.
it's not even a
Um,
hockey arena. They're
No,
playing.
no, and they're playing hockey and they're selling out.
Oh
Yep,
my God. Go hockey.
that's it, man.
You got one,
hey,
Bobby Drew?
we're gonna talk about it a little bit later, but I do want to mention it here. Um, we all, us basketball fans, we enjoy watching people play. We enjoy watching, the 3-pointers, the deep shots, the layups, the dunks, all that stuff. We like seeing all that happen, right? We love a good competitive game, and that's the exact opposite of what the All-Star game was. It was not competitive whatsoever. Over 300 points, well, almost close to 400 points scored in the NBA All-Star game. What is up with that? Nobody wants to watch that. Come on. Nobody wants to watch that. That is absolutely ridiculous. What is up with that? Quite honestly, guys, they may never get this race going again. They're still I
Bro.
I was gone for a few seconds. I came back. We did that segment. I look over and they're still showing replays of the big wreck there at the Daytona 500. Whose fault was it? What happened?
It was Ross Chastain. I had said it 10 laps before he had even caused it.
Here you go.
He didn't have the speed to keep blocking every lane, and he went to block and he caused the bottom line to back up, and one backed up, and then you lose the draft, and then everybody goes sideways. So I think there's honestly, it looked like there was 15 to 20 cars in this thing. It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Did he pit? He was in first place because he hadn't pitted yet, right?
Yeah, he hadn't pitted. He was in first place. He's just trying to stay out there, trying to be Ross Chastain and, the watermelon boy. So whatever.
He's trying to lead a lap. All right. But you're on old tires. Everybody else is on new tires. Ross Chastain in the front of the pack, and he is the slowest car in the front 20. And what's up with that? Hey, I should have done that.
What's up with that?
18 people in the wreck, 18 cars involved.
I'm looking. I got my computer screen up right now. I'm seeing Brad Keselowski's car. I'm seeing his in-car camera. They've got it. They're just now pulling him off the track.
Yeah, they red flagged it.
Yeah, it's a red flag.
How many cars started the race?
41 and 18 in that wreck.
Wow, that's crazy.
And big names.
Wild.
There was big names in that wreck.
Hey, and also, just so you guys know, we do have a guest coming on the show today. It'll be our first guest ever. And it was a kind of a surprise. It just happened a few minutes ago. I just was texting back and forth as the show was starting. And so you guys were not aware of that. But the guy that's coming on, he is a sports expert. Brian, listen, we know you're the sports guy. All right. That's your title. This guy might give you a run for his money.
Good.
That's all I'm saying.
Awesome.
He might.
I like a good debate from someone that has knowledge. Sometimes talking to you guys,
Hey man, be nice. Dave's very knowledgeable.
He is. He's dropping some knowledge bombs every episode.
Yeah, we were talking about soccer yesterday, weren't we? I mean, football.
Boy, I'm telling you what, thank God Google's around, huh?
Bro.
Hey, and
Listen,
speaking of soccer,
I was throwing facts out, man.
While we wait for the crash to get cleaned up and we figure out who's going to win this thing, let's move right into that soccer news. Dave, I don't know if you knew exactly who Brian was talking about when he was texting us over the weekend, but there's a guy named Mbappe. That's his last name. I don't know what's his first name.
His
I don't
first
even know.
Killian.
Killian.
Oh, Dave. Duh. Should've known that.
Killian.
Brian, what's the big news with Mbappe?
Well, the big news is he told PSG his current team, and if you want to know who PSG is, Dave will let you know in a little bit. But he told PSG he wants out after this summer, and the big news was he was going to go to Real Madrid, which he's always had a dream to do it. But then there was a new report that said he may actually go to European soccer and join Man City. Man, if he were to join Man City, you talk about a super team. Good Lord. Most likely it won't happen just because of money and logistics and all that. But if somehow, some way he decided he didn't want to make $800 million a year and only wanted to make 700, Mbappe could go to like Man City or even Man United. He could go to Arsenal. European leagues have the money too, but he's always dreamed of playing with Real Madrid, and Modric is still over there, so they got a good team too. But if he were to go to Man City and team up with Hovland and De Bruyne and Walker and Foden, I mean, this team, they would be unbelievable. They would just be a dream team. But Mbappe, he's special. I mean, he's legitimately, I think he's like 22, a 22-year-old Frenchman. He's really, really good. Like, you want him on your team. But when I saw that he might join Man City, which is my favorite, English team, I love Man City. God rest their winning streak came to an end at 12 this past weekend. They ended up getting a draw, but Man City is really, really good. If they were to get Mbappe, you talk about a striker with Holland on the front line. Whew, De Bruyne feeding him with Foden, right, Dave? You know all the guys.
And he's 25, by the way.
25.
And also, how much money?
I was kidding about the million, but they paid. I think Ronaldo got like almost $1 billion for 1 year for that Saudi team. Can you
shut up? $1 billion for 1 year?
Yeah, a Saudi team. They have never-ending money. They have all that oil money. Yeah, I promise.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's where they're driving their Lamborghinis out in the desert. They run out of gas. They just get out and leave it, right?
Get out, leave to get a new one.
Yeah.
They get on a camel, go get a new car.
Oh man.
Yep. So I mean, it's pretty big news. I mean, we're getting into the thick of things with the English Premier League. They're getting ready to have their playoffs and everything start soon. So they only got like 10 matches left. So it's a big deal. I mean, wherever he ends up, he's a top free agent. Honestly, it's like Michael Jordan in his prime being a free agent if he were to be a free agent. That's
whoa.
Knowledge bomb there. Yep.
You know what?
Just start throwing MJ around.
Listen, you know what? I wonder about this, and I've seen this with soccer as we know it here in the United States of America, football, European football. One of the things is the sponsorships, the jerseys. They got they put right on the jerseys. I bet that's why. Is that why there's so much more money?
Oh yeah, they have the big sponsor, and then they'll have a sleeve sponsor. Then sometimes they have a back sponsor. Yeah, but then too, if you look if you're watching it, you got to remember too, they don't ever have commercials, so they go for 45 minutes plus extra time, and on the side, the banners, the electronic banners, will also have sponsors. So that's where they get a lot of money from.
Well, this is like, in NASCAR, which we're watching the red flag right now, to get your name on that hood is like $600,000 a race.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I looked into it one time. You can sponsor a set of tires for it, and they will literally put a bumper sticker size logo of your name.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like $5,000. Them tires are like $1,000 a piece or something stupid.
Yep.
Nobody even see that bumper sticker. All right.
Yep. So crazy.
Mbappe played for Paris Saint-Germain.
Look at you, man.
PSG.
Right.
Yep.
Do you know what his national club did in the World Cup? Do you know how far they went?
I know he is regarded as one of the best players in the world. He is known for his dribbling, speed, and finishing.
Wow, you can read the brochure. That's awesome.
That's Wikipedia, baby. So I don't even know if that's accurate. I'm gonna go in here and change it.
It's
straight from Wikipedia.
Yep.
Straight from Wikipedia.
There are some people in our church that love soccer. And I get so confused when they're talking about all these different teams because there's so many different leagues, but all the leagues are still prominent. So to me, it would be like having like 4 NFLs. Like,
You're right. Yeah.
I can't follow it. So which league does Mbappe play for?
He plays for La Liga. That's
You
where
stuttered.
that's where Barcelona plays, and no, he doesn't play for La Liga.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he
Sports
doesn't play
guy.
Come on.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. What league does he play for?
Oh, I hang on. I'll tell you. Let me see. His siblings are Ethan. I don't know. It's not on here. France national football team. What? I don't know.
That's when he went to the World Cup and lost to Messi.
Guys, people are depending on us for sports information.
Lionel Messi.
Yes, and Argentina beat Mbappe in France.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
What about him? He plays for Portugal.
I'm naming people.
Oh,
good job,
Well,
Dave.
These are footballers, bro.
Oh man,
Billionaires.
Brian, name top 5 El football players of all time.
Lionel Messi, Pele, of all time. I'm gonna say Kevin De Bruyne because I just love him. So I need 2 more that are greatest of all time. Put me on the spot. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, but I'm gonna say Harry Kane just because he's good, and Wayne Rooney.
I knew what was Pele. You said Pele?
Played for Brazil.
I've heard of that guy.
Yeah, he passed away, but he was incredible. He was the first one I think that did the bicycle kick, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is
special.
the bicycle kick and the scissor kick the same thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I know what you're talking about.
Bicycle kick just sounds cooler than a scissor kick.
Yeah.
Bicycle kick is more of a double, like you almost like flap your legs and then kick it. A scissor kick is just straight up, if that makes sense. Like you're just cutting down with a scissor. Yeah.
Nate in the comments says, I don't Messi, Pele, Ronaldo. How do you say that?
Let me give you who I think, guys. Can I add mine in?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say Diego Maradona. Okay. Pele. Yeah, I agree with Pele. Let me see. Well, Lionel Messi, of course.
Uh-huh.
Let me see.
Ronaldinho was really good too.
Bro, you didn't even say nothing about Franz Beckenbauer.
You didn't say a word.
You don't even know who I'm talking about.
Nobody else would either.
Bro, how about Johan Cruyff?
How do you say his last name?
Cruyff. Do you know? Did I say it wrong?
No, you nailed it.
Nailed it. Bro, these are from the 70s. Guys, these guys don't even... Well, all right, we're talking
Legend.
all time. How about Zinedine Zidane?
Yeah, he's good too.
Yeah, he
Really
is.
good. That guy's.
I got a picture of him right here holding the big trophy-looking thing.
I remember the year he won that thing.
What year was it there, Bobby Drew?
Yeah, tell us.
That was 1972.
God, Lord. He peaked in 97 through 2002. Okay? But that's when he peaked. All right.
72.
Ronaldo, of course. He's
course.
probably number 7 on my list. Ronaldo.
Well, he actually is number 7. That's what he wears.
Well, and that's probably why. How about Michael Platini?
No.
That
Yeah.
guy's terrible. He doesn't even deserve to be don't even bring him up in this conversation.
It's like bringing up Aaron Rodgers in the list.
He's better than Al. Wow.
Whoa.
Nailed it.
Oh,
All
right.
Man. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
If
Top
y'all
10.
can't tell, I'm looking at my computer and reading from. But if you want to talk about who's better than who, we can revisit the whole Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady thing. No, okay.
No, we
I already laid that to rest, dude.
No, we already agreed we cannot talk about this again for another 6 years.
That's right.
listen. I know what we're all talking about. We're talking about football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure what Nate's talking about here. 3-pointer at the buzzer. The Daytona 500 is on, and we're talking about soccer. So I'm not quite sure what
Hey.
Nate is talking about, but 3-pointer at the buzzer is what it is, guys.
They're back
Oh.
under caution. They're going around the track. So
Yeah.
So Brian, going back to this Mbappe thing, I must have missed it. Did he sign with? Is it Manchester City?
No, yeah, it would be Manchester City, but no, he hasn't signed with anybody yet. He's still under contract till August, so he has to wait, and then the transfer portal can happen, and he can go sign wherever he wants.
What's the biggest league that plays here in the U.S.?
MLS, Major League Soccer.
Oh, okay, and that's what Messi's in, right?
Yeah, well, because he's on the downward spiral. That's where David Beckham finished his career. You know, a lot of guys, come over from English or from the Spanish leagues or the French leagues, and they come over here now because MLS can actually pay a lot more than what they used to. MLS is pretty fun. They got some pretty good teams. They do. It's not world soccer, but they're pretty good.
Plus, these guys, it's at the tail end of their career. Yep. They've gone ahead and married some kind of a supermodel or actress or whatever over here in America, and they come over here for the better life.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we did look at tickets when Messi came over. So there was a team. I don't know all the names. You probably know them, but there was a team in Orlando that he was coming to play for Miami. He wasn't even going to play in this game. He wasn't even going to be in the game. He had just signed with that team in Miami, and they were scheduled to play in Orlando, and the tickets skyrocketed. It was like we looked at games around that date that were not involving that Messi's team, and they, like $50, $60, regular stuff. But the game that Messi was going to be there, just not even playing, there might have been a chance. It was over. You couldn't find a ticket under $100. So everything doubled in price the moment that he got signed.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Denny Hamlin isn't even in the top 20 with 5 to go. Let's go!
Wow. He's in 20th, 21st. He's in 21st position.
So that would mean he's not in the top 20. But hey, we're a mass show, so whatever.
I wasn't listening to what you were saying because I was thinking about something else. I was thinking about like what you're saying about ticket prices. It's like the Tampa Bay Rays, when they're just playing whatever, it's like they give the tickets away, but as soon as the Red Sox come into town, then you got to get the wallet out.
That's it
for them.
Or what about the Bucks with Tom Brady?
Yeah, hold on. Let me ask you a question. Why is it that when Tom Brady played for the Patriots, he was the worst? We never want him. He's horrible. Can't stand him. Then he goes to the Bucks, and all the Tampa Bay fans love him.
Who? Why? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay, bunch of flag wavers.
No.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Thank you.
And because I do not like the Bucks. I did not like Tom Brady when he was with the Patriots. I didn't like him when he was with the Bucks. I couldn't stand the Bucks. And then when he went there, it was like two evils collided.
Right.
It was a super evil in the world for me.
Yeah.
But my brother-in-law is a very big Bucks fan. And he was so happy when Tom Brady signed with the Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah. Because he knew they were going to win.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, sure. Dave, go ahead.
They're back to green now, and Ross Chastain is still in first place.
Yep.
And he is getting pushed, man.
Yep. Wow.
So it's embarrassing, and I hope he watches this. I hope he watches this so he can hear me say this. The sports expert that said he would come on the show got his dates confused, and it is not today that he will be on. And I told him, I said, that's so embarrassing, dude. I already announced it. And he said, I feel like I've let you down so hard, and I feel so bad. And I told him, I said, you did.
I would tell him the same thing.
He could have been the first.
Or he
But
looked
nope.
at the screen and he said, Brian, the sports guy, I better get more knowledge.
Who is this
Yeah.
guy?
That's what it was.
Who
All
is
right, we
this
got
guy?
four. We got 4 laps to go. Call it now. Who's winning?
Well, it's not Ross Chastain.
Nope. I said William Byron.
You think? The 24?
Yeah, I'd like to see a Ford win, but I think so.
Where? Oh, Byron is there. I'm gonna say, considering who's in the top 5 right now,
Now, why is his teammate pushing?
I'm going with Brahman, number 48, Brahman.
It's Bowman.
Brahman.
Oh, dude, my eyes are so bad. I can't read.
I'm like, who?
Bro,
I
you know
know
what's going to
Brahman.
happen? I just feel like the front of the pack, this happens so many times.
Yep,
Who's in 9th position right now? That's who's going to win. The Daytona 500, you don't have to be the best driver. You just have to be the guy who isn't in the wreck on the last lap.
Yep. And
to
it's
win.
real crazy right now.
And that's probably going to
no.
be the 8 car of Kyle Busch, who's also in 8th place.
For those of you that
We got a wreck.
Yep.
Oh, they're wrecking.
With 2 to go, so
Oh man.
come on.
It's gonna be a green-white checkered, right?
It's going to go to overtime. This will be the 4th out of 5.
All right, I didn't see who wrecked. I was just looking at it, but I'm watching the camera from AJ Allmendinger's car.
The race is over. Byron's going to win. They're going to call it.
No way.
Yeah, way.
No, it's still 2 laps to go, bro.
No, it's the final lap. He got past the start-finish line.
Listen.
We got to look close because if the when the hazard, good Lord, when the caution lights come on, he was past the start-finish
When the
line.
hazard lights come on.
The race is over. Byron should have the win, like I said. And look guess who started this wreck too? And guess who's in it this time? Number 1, Ross Chastain. Like I said, this guy's a joker. You and your watermelons.
Hey, joker, in your watermelons.
What is that supposed to mean?
He's he grew up a watermelon farmer. So every time he
For
wins
him.
melon.
Hey, kudos to that guy. I tried to grow watermelons one time, and it did not go well.
I remember that story.
Literally spun out by himself. Like no one even touched him. So
Nate
he
said-
knocked down 15 really good drivers, and then he just decides to go sideways in the infield.
Nate says I was looking confused, and yes, I was, because I was trying to figure out what in the world was happening in the Daytona 500.
The win's going to go to Byron, like I said.
I can't help it, guys. I was just distracted. Okay, it's finished. They finished it.
And who won?
Byron wins.
This guy right here, this sports guy, man, he's got it. He's so smart.
The sports guy. Where's my finger at? There we go. I'm the funny guy.
Yep.
You're the sports guy. You're over there.
I'm way over here.
No, you got to, Dave, you got to point again, and you got to reach across, over here this way.
Yeah.
Oh, where?
That would be hilarious. If you could
No,
get your
Dave, other way.
No.
Dave, other way.
I can't.
Okay, hold on, Dave. I'll help you there. Now it looks like it's your
Wait. Oh, no, I can't do it that way.
there, him right there.
There he is.
That
Now
guy.
you got to put your finger up and.
I can't. My arm doesn't bend that way.
Oh, this is so stupid. What are we even doing? Are
We're
people watching us right now?
We're a bunch of dummies. That's what we
Oh
look
my
like right now. Oh, man. All right, let's move on. We know Daytona 500 is over. Who cares about that guy? I didn't like him anyways. What's his name?
William
Byron?
Yep.
What 24 car? Oh, yeah, I definitely don't like that guy.
It's
I
not
hate
Jeff
the
Gordon.
24. I know, but it's the 24 car. It does look pretty nice, though. It does look good.
Nice paint scheme.
But NBA All-Star Weekend just came and went. And you may not be a fan of the NBA, and that is okay. But check out this score. Dave, you probably didn't even see this one yet. Check out this score. This is the NBA All-Star Game score that took place yesterday. 211 to 186.
It's worse than the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad.
And we're a big math show. What does that add up to? what was it?
397.
397.
Almost 400 points. I would say, what's the average NBA score for a game is what? Probably 102.
No, now you're averaging usually 115 to 121.
Oh, there we go. Big math show. Got to use calculators here.
Bro.
So 115, let's say 115 is about average. That is 2 times the average score of
Yep.
an NBA game. Now, we know that they are very talented, but that just means they're not playing defense. And
At
that's not
all.
a fun game. It is so boring. There
Yep.
was only 2 fouls called the whole game. That's crazy.
Yep.
The dunk contest was okay. Nothing will ever beat the 2016 dunk contest. That was the best. That was when Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine. That was the best dunk contest ever. That was amazing.
Winner. The wrong winner. Sorry.
Yeah, dude. Aaron Gordon, he got robbed twice.
Yep. Not right at all. That's why he said he'll never do it again. And I don't
Yeah.
blame him. He should have won that. Zach LaVine dunked great, but Aaron Gordon was unbelievable. He was unbelievable.
Ooh, here's a hot take. Let's see. Micah says MLB All-Star Game or All-Star Weekend is better. I can agree with that. I feel like they actually play.
I do too. That's a good point. Yeah. I agree with that. They do because they do try to strike you. They try to get each other out. I will agree that MLB is the best All-Star game right now for competition. Yeah.
Well, they have something to play for too. What I know, there's nothing to play.
They stopped doing the home field. They don't do that anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I promise. Yeah, I'm the sport.
I believe you. Let me ask you this question. How does, in the NBA All-Star game, where there's no defense being played, how does the West still lose by 25 points?
Because the East shot, I think the East shot, ready for this, guys? Ready. They shot 97 3-pointers.
That's crazy.
97 3-pointers.
Oh my God.
That's
a practice shoot around for some people.
Exactly. Yep.
And Nate, okay, now this is crazy. Nate says Zach LaVine won and he deserved that. What are we talking about here?
No, he didn't. Aaron Gordon beat him.
That Aaron Gordon did 3 dunks that has never been seen before.
Right. And they're all 50. They all should have. Every one of them should have been a 50.
What year was this?
2016.
2016, Dave.
Look it up.
2016 slam dunk.
Micah says also that the MLB weekend, he says it's electric from the home run derby to the game itself. I love the home run derby. I think it's so cool.
I do too. Yep.
That's better than a 3-point shootout. That's better than the QB skills challenge.
Yep.
I mean, that it's just cool. I like that.
Yep.
Hey, we got somebody in here, David Burns. Hey, David Burns, watching from Cedar Hill, Texas. Thanks for joining in there, David.
Hey, David.
We got another David here, and he's the funny guy. Oh, here he is, right over here.
That's right. I'm going back in time right now, and I am
My
watching
middle name is David.
slam dunk contest. Okay.
Look at Bobby
Aaron Gordon versus Zach LaVine. Here we go. Y'all keep talking. I'm going to watch this, and then I'm going to tell you.
Well, I think I was frozen. Dude, if you're in the comments, you're watching this, we are having technical difficulties because the Wi-Fi is going out of control right now. It is going absolutely bonkers. So I apologize for that. But, yes, the MLB. So if you were the NFL or you were the NBA, how would you fix your All-Star weekend? What are you going to do?
I don't know. If you're the NBA, like, play defense. Or if you don't want to be there, don't go. There's other people that would love to play and be an all-star that are fringe all-stars that would love to get out there and play. Go back to the 90s and look at how these all-star games are played. Like, have a little pride. Like, you're going to go out there and you're going to ole. I mean, don't feel entitled when you're in an all-star game. It should mean something. You want to be voted an all-star, but then you don't want to participate. I mean, that's a face to the fans. You know, like, I want to see competition. I mean, that's why you have the 3-point contest. You have the skills challenge. You have the dunk contest. I don't want to see that in the game. Also, play a little defense. I know you think, oh, I might get hurt. Well, okay, you might get hurt. That is true. But if you don't want to go, if you don't want to get hurt, don't go. Let somebody else go that deserves to be there. There were players that got snubbed that should have been there this year. Or else just don't play the game. I mean, I don't know if anybody saw Adam Silver when he was given the MVP trophy to Damian Lillard. He did not look happy. He was like, here's your trophy. Goodbye. This is embarrassing. And it is. It's embarrassing. I mean, I watched it, and in the first quarter when it was like 53-47, I'm like, this is a nightmare. Like this is just boring. Like they're grown men, they should be able to do what they're doing. So I don't know.
Yeah, in the NFL, man. I mean, flag football. Come on, this is. I will say, in the NFL, there is more of a chance for them to get hurt just because of the physicality of the game. I understand that.
What you think basketball's not physical?
Oh no, it is. But I'm saying, as far as getting injured, there's
Gotcha.
probably more of a chance of being injured in a. So
Okay.
I understand, like, all right, let's do flag football to try to, keep injuries down, but it's not working. You got to do something else.
Yep.
It's just not working.
Yep.
So I don't know how they're gonna fix it, but man, nobody enjoys that stuff.
Nope.
The problem is even in the NFL, yeah, the games are physical and you get hurt, but guys are tearing their Achilles just running out onto the field. I mean, they're getting hurt being untouched.
Right.
They're getting hurt.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know how they're going to fix that, but I do agree with Micah. That was a good take. That the MLB does have the best All-Star weekend. And here we go. Let's have a little discussion here. We have a question in the comments from Josh Mercado. What kind of shampoo you guys use? I think I might be the only one that can answer this question. I don't know where Brian went. Brian left. He's gone. Oh, here we go. Brian's back. Let's get him back on here. There we go. So, Brian, what kind of we'll let you start this topic out. Brian, what kind of shampoo do you use?
Well, the reason why I was gone because Josh hurt my feelings.
Oh, wow.
I haven't used shampoo since I was 19 years old. I have no idea what shampoo is.
19
Dave?
years old?
I've been bald since I was 19. Can you believe it? Dave, do you know what shampoo is?
Dave, I think Dave's trying to figure out what's going on here. Dave, what are you doing?
Muting my microphone.
I didn't mute you.
I can't. Listen, this is supposed to be a professional. Oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. All right, listen. So far, how many times do they get to dunk the ball? I'm watching. So far, Aaron Gordon is winning.
Wait a second, Dave. We're talking about shampoo.
Dave, did you not see Josh's question?
No, I couldn't hear you guys.
What kind of shampoo do you use?
Oh, I use that 24-in-1, bro. Shampoo, body wash, dish detergent, car wash, toilet bowl cleaner. It's all in one, man. You do everything. You just squirt that stuff on there and let it run down.
Oh my goodness.
Honestly, I think I use Suave. I don't know. It's whatever my wife puts in there. And I can say with 100% honesty, I don't even use shampoo all the time. Sometimes it's body wash. So who cares?
So I don't know. You guys saw in the comments what Shannon put about the All-Star games and the Pro Bowl till after the season. Isn't the Pro Bowl like technically after the season because it's but I know then like the people in the Super Bowl don't go, but like the thing that I don't know, it's a good point, but the thing that frustrates me is they're already millionaires. So why do you have to give them more money? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Okay, so here we are. Like, we have a job, and our boss tells us, "Good job," and here's a raise. You know, whatever. But see, what people don't understand is when you go to an all-star game, you do get extra money. You know, so why should we have to give them even more money? Like, they're millionaires crying about millions of dollars. I mean, I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense. David Burns is in the comments. He says the 3-point competition was the only thing worth watching. I enjoy the 3-point competition. I think that's cool. I enjoy out of the NBA All-Star Weekend. I enjoy the 3-point competition and the dunk contest. Outside of that, I don't enjoy anything else. It's just not. I don't know. It's not entertaining to me.
What'd you guys think of Sabrina Ionescu and Steph Curry going head to head? That was cool.
That was cool. I did enjoy that.
Yeah. Yep.
That was cool.
Yep.
Josh Mercado says, "I can't breathe. You guys are awesome." Josh, you're awesome. Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Thanks,
Dave,
man.
please. Go ahead, Dave. I'm front and center. Here you go.
Okay, so I just went back and I've been watching the slam dunk contest from 2016 between Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine. Who won this officially?
LaVine. Zach
LaVine? I disagree. Aaron Gordon won. I just watched every dunk.
Yep.
And Aaron Gordon was better.
Yeah, he could on every dunk. He was incredible. Yeah, he totally. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. You and the rest of the world agree. Besides Nate.
Yeah,
Nate
yeah.
I don't know.
You're like the rest of the world except for Nate and the 4 judges or 3 judges or whatever.
Oh,
Yep.
David Burns says LaVine won.
What?
Oh,
Well,
okay. Wait, no. Officially, yeah.
He
Okay.
did.
Yeah, he did.
Sorry, David. So we apologize. We were just about to virtually jump you. Is what that's what we were about to do. It's yeah. So let's see. Nate said next year they should do have Sabrina, Steph versus Dame and Caitlin Clark, which I think that's the plan. If they were already talking about it over the weekend, if Caitlin Clark, goes to the WNBA, I think that's probably going to be the plan anyways, is that's what they'll do, which is cool. I think that's cool. I like it. It was fun. But moving on from NBA, still staying in the college world, or in basketball world, I should say. There was some, if you are a friend of Brian Larson on Facebook, you got to see some of this. And there were some college hoop scores this weekend that, he may have had a little peach fuzz on the top, but then he lost it over the weekend because of some standings or something like that. Dave, why don't you tell us, not Brian, Dave, why don't you tell us about college basketball this weekend?
Well, guys, I am going to tell you about college basketball, okay? College basketball this weekend. Okay. Well, first of all, Ohio State over Purdue. How about that? Okay. What do you want to know about Arizona beating Arizona State? How about Baylor over West Virginia? What do you need to know? What information are you looking for?
You did talk about one thing that was important. Do you know which one it was?
Yes.
Go ahead.
But I forgot. What?
Okay. What we're talking about is Purdue, who is the number 2 team in the AP polls, but because of computers and analytics, what came out Friday night, Saturday morning was that Purdue was the number 1 team, not UConn. Now, UConn is the defending national champion. Going into the weekend, they had won 13 in a row, and they were said to be number 2 because some SOS 456317 thing for a computer, and it had Purdue at number 2 and UConn at number 1. Well, as a UConn Husky fan, I'm going to tell you right now, Dan Hurley saw that, and he put that on his bulletin board, and those boys in Storrs, Connecticut saw it. They went to the XL Center in Hartford, and they laid an absolute beatdown on number 4 Marquette, 81-53. Yes, I just said 81-53 against the number 4 team in the country. So you can take your computer analytics. You can use them all you want. I can't stand analytics. It's played on the field. Then Purdue, who is the number 1 team according to the computers, decides to go to Ohio State and play an 11-loss team with an interim coach as the number 1 team and lose 73-69. Thank you very much, Purdue. You just showed that you're trash. Zach Edey and your 7-foot frame, please do not get eliminated again in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Please somehow, some way, make it to at least the Final Four to face the Huskies. So our boy Donovan Clingan and the rest of the boys, Tristan Newton, we can lay the smackdown on Purdue because that's what's coming. That's what's coming to Kentucky. That's what's coming to Duke. That's what's coming to North Carolina. That's what's coming to Kansas. That's what's coming to anybody. New Mexico State, San Diego State, Jefferson State, Abraham Lincoln State. It doesn't matter. Bring it all because this UConn, once again, they're going to repeat. They are dominant. They got, now I'll bring you more. I'll bring you more. Say the name with me. UConn Huskies. University.
UConn.
Hey,
That's it. That's it.
You just wait. You just wait until UConn plays the Florida Gators.
Can't wait.
Chomp, chomp. UConn. All right. Hey, here we go.
Yep.
This came out today. UConn became the first unanimous number 1 in the Associated Press men's college basketball poll this season.
Yep.
While Washington State jumped into the rankings Monday at number 21. Blah, blah, blah. What does this mean compared to what you just said? They're number 1.
That is, but what it was, it's like the college football playoff. Like you have analytics. They don't go by the actual record. They go by like who you play, who they might play, who they could play, who they possibly could play, what injuries could happen, everything else. They're the ones that decide who's number 1, not what's done on the field. So UConn made sure that everybody knew who the actual number 1 team was, because when you beat the number 4 team who was on an 8 or 9 game winning streak and you don't beat them, you actually take them out to the woodshed and beat them by 28. You let everybody know you're the number 1 team in the country. And then when Purdue goes ahead and lays an egg like they did, and they showed that they're not number 1, what happens?
Yeah, what happens? Sounds like
Indeed?
Sounds like you're having a war with computers, Brian.
Yeah, I don't like computers. Computers shouldn't decide sports. It should be the kids.
It's AI, man.
Well, who's talking about? Somebody's talking about dogs, hot dogs in the comments. What's happening right now? I don't know what's going on.
Hot dogs.
Let me look.
White Cat. Somebody said White Castle, Cam Spencer, Solomon Ball. Who are these people?
Joe.
Josh Mercado says this. Josiah is starting coach pitching baseball. Can I send in highlights? You sure can. Oh, man, I wish I would have had time. If you follow us on social media, you saw I posted it today. Mikey Cecil, which was a featured athlete, if I could put it that way, on our podcast, a couple weeks ago. And this guy almost threw it down on somebody else. Almost had the poster. He was so close. It was actually pretty impressive. So if you haven't seen it, you can go on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. You can go on any of those, and it's on there. It's like a 13-second clip. Man, Mikey almost threw it down on this kid. It would have shut the gym down. It was pretty impressive. But Brian, did you know I sent Dave out as a field reporter to that game?
Nice.
We do field reporting here at the Bobby Drew Show. And Dave, you can share the story. We are a household name. Do you know that, Brian?
Really?
No matter what the numbers say, I don't care how many people are watching the live stream right now. I don't care how many followers we have. If you remember, I posted some videos from the first game I went to, and there was number 44 there for Mikey's school. He's point guard, shooting guard. He's got talent. He's got ability. He's got potential. But he just turns the ball over so much.
Yeah.
And he doesn't play defense. And it's a known thing. I've been to multiple games. It's not just a one hit wonder kind of thing. It happens all the time. So right. I'm sitting there and he gets ripped and he makes a bad decision and he this and that. So I zoomed in, I called him. I said, that's a liability right there. Right. Well, that video went through Mikey's school. Oh, I feel so bad. I ruined this kid's life. Everybody started calling him liability and stuff like that. Well, Dave goes out to the game, and Dave, use your storytelling abilities here, and tell us what you witnessed at this game.
So this is at least a week and a half later from when that happened, and Bobby Drew's froze up. Man, what's going on? So I'm there and I'm watching the game, and this kid, He's good, man. He's got some he shows some talent, and he'll drive the ball. He'll make some moves, and um he's good. But then it's like on the very next play, it's like, what are you doing, man? And so he's just really back and forth like that. Anyway, he's got the ball. They inbound the ball. He's coming down coming down the court, and he's pointing. He's getting everybody wherever he's wanting, and then he does this no look pass to a kid that's over there, but he shotguns the ball like it was a hard pass. He was getting there, put some mustard on it, right out of bounds, like 5 feet away from the kid he was passing it to. And I'm like, oh my Lord. So, and just as this happens, I'm videoing, and I've got this on video. I'm videoing him do it. And then I'm in like a back row, and there's people in front of me. And this woman looks at who I'm assuming is her husband, and she just looks at him like this, and she goes, liability. She like mouthed it, and I'm like, oh, and I'm sitting here with my camera, and I thought if I would have just done that, I would have caught that on camera. And I text as soon as it happened, I texted Bobby Drew, and I'm like, dude, you have no idea what just happened.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
man.
man.
Wow.
I feel bad because the kid is good. I think he's trying to do too much.
Yeah, but what grade is he in? I mean, he's a kid.
He's a senior.
Oh, okay.
I think he's a senior.
I think he's a junior.
Oh, he might be.
Yeah, I think he's a junior because he's with Mikey. I think they each got one more year left. But yeah, Brian, we're basically famous, is what we're saying.
Basically,
we've gone viral in a small town private school.
It's got like 100 kids in it.
Hey, listen, it starts somewhere. It's got to start somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, man. But we'll end the show with this. We'll talk about a little NFL news. Basically, guys, I don't know if you've noticed, we've almost covered all the sports. The only thing we didn't talk about would be ultimate frisbee, golf, and horse racing.
Golf is not a sport.
What?
What?
Golf is not a sport?
Who said that?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a hot take.
Oh,
I'm just trying to rile people up.
we actually do need to talk about that because I was sitting at a table at a restaurant with some younger people, and they were arguing about golf not being a sport. And so I told them, yeah, go hit golf balls for 2 or 3 hours, and then let me know if you're sore the next day with muscles that you didn't know you used to swing a golf club.
Or even had.
Not only that, and then walk an 18-hole golf course while you're playing the round 4 days out of a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's
without eating hot dogs.
correct. Yep.
Listen, I think people are just putting random words in the comments. I'm not sure what's going on. What does this mean? Does anybody know what this means? Is this some type of slang for something?
Famous adjacent. That's Nathan.
I'm not
What is
sure.
that?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Hang on,
Famous-
I'll look it up. Give me a second.
Famous
I
adjacent.
mean, I see all these UConn fans out there naming all the UConn players. They're on point, but I don't know what that means. I don't know what the hot dogs and White Castle and what about checkers and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on out there.
They're just
But-
having. Hey, they're on listening, so whatever.
They can
Keep
say
up
whatever
that-
they want.
Yep.
Oh, Nate says you guys are famous adjacent. What does that mean? Dave, what does
We're-
that mean?
We're right now.
I'm looking it up.
We're a math show, not a English show. Difference.
Yeah,
Big difference.
we're almost famous.
But Dave, while you look that up, NFL news, it was brought to my attention by the funny guy, David Lamoureux, that today was a deadline for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a soft deadline, that they needed to sign Mike Evans to a new contract or cut him in order to save $7 million. That seems like a lot of money to us. It is not a lot of money. to a football team. They're just
Nope.
that's pennies. That's nothing. That's a $5 biggie bag. That's what that is. So I was thinking about this, and I think I had an epiphany that I was like, well, if they don't sign him today, they probably won't re-sign him. But if they're willing to eat $7 million, it's probably because they are really working on re-signing him. That we're willing to eat $7 million because we're going to work a contract to keep Mike Evans, possibly. But the deadline is March, January, February, March. Yes, March 15th is the deadline for free agency in the NFL. And there's some players that are still up in the air about what's going to happen to them. There's teams that have needs. But just sticking with the Bucs here with Mike Evans. So you have Devin White for the Bucs. You have Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield. All three need to be re-signed or they by the deadline, or they will not be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer any longer. So I think we all agree that Mike Evans is a priority here. You can get Baker Mayfield to stay for pretty cheap. You don't have to pay him big bucks. There's no way, because Baker's not going to go anywhere else to get a big contract. It's just not going to happen. But there is possibilities that he could go other places. So with you guys, with your smart brains, with your sport, sport intuition here, as GMs, owners of teams, the Bucs not signing Mike Evans by the deadline, the soft deadline today to save a little bit of money. What do you think it means for the Mike Evans contract situation?
Well, I think it means that the Niners are bigger choke artists than the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, I just dropped that. We need to get off the Dallas Cowboy bandwagon because the Niners haven't won a Super Bowl since before the Cowboys last won their Super Bowl. I don't care how many you went through, you bunch of chokers. Give me a break. We didn't really talk about this, but I had told some of my friends I'm going to drop this whether I find a spot on the show or not. The Niners are the new Cowboys, period. Cowboys shouldn't be in anybody's mouth anymore. The Niners haven't won a Super Bowl since 1921. You're garbage.
You're saying 1921?
Who knows? Does anybody even know? All I know is the Cowboys have won one before the Niners.
1994.
Okay, my bad. And the Cowboys last won in 1995. So that means they won one since the Niners won one. So the Niners are now the new choke artist. And they proved it again. I don't care how many times you've been there. If you don't win, you're the Buffalo Bills. They have lost 3 Super Bowls in a row. There's only 4 other teams that have done that. The Cowboys are not one of them. The Niners are choke artists. I don't want to hear any more Cowboy hate because we can get into the whole QB thing next week if you want to, because I got numbers on the top 15 quarterbacks and why Dak Prescott needs to stop having all this hate. Okay? He's a 4th-round draft pick. Plain and simple. We'll go into it next week. Guys, tune in next week. I got some knowledge to drop on you because it's not, and I'm a Patriots fan. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but this is silly. It's getting out of control. There needs to be some hate thrown to the Niners. There just does. Period. Oh, and Mike Evans, he should go to the Patriots.
What just happened, man?
I don't even know what was the question.
The question was, what does the Tampa Bay Buccaneers not re-signing Mike Evans today mean in the future for the contract? That's what the question was.
I think it means that I have no idea what happens in those offices. I think Mike Evans is going to get paid wherever he goes, and he's just going to have to decide whether – I don't know if the Bucs can pay him as much as other teams may be willing to.
They can. They're projected to be $47 million under the salary cap.
Who, the Bucs?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then what are they waiting on? That's my question.
That's the question. Like, why? Why didn't they do it already?
Because it's so early. I mean, they can match any offer, so they might want to wait till the draft. I mean, and you don't still have a quarterback. I mean, Baker Mayfield's not signed. Maybe
they might be.
Go ahead. Dave.
Maybe they're trying to work all 3 of these deals out because they got they got big deals on both sides of the ball. They need to work out with Levante David. What's his name? Mike Evans.
Devin White too.
Or Devin White. What did I say? Who did I?
Levante
Whatever.
David.
And Baker Mayfield. I think it's more important right now to get a quarterback.
But who?
Honestly, Mike Evans, he's great. I don't want him to leave, but we have a little bit of depth when it comes to wide receiver with
no.
Godwin. You don't think so?
Now, come on, Godwin. He can't. He's. I don't know if you guys remember the days in the Cowboys with Alvin Harper when he was the number 2 to Michael Irvin, and he was like, "Oh, I can be a number 1." And he went. So I think he went to the Redskins. Yeah, they're the Redskins at the time, and he was trying to be a number 1, or maybe it was the Bucks, and he was an absolute bust. Godwin can't be a number 1. He's not. He's not a number 1. I mean, Mike Evans draws all the big assignments. Godwin is great. I don't think he can be a Mike Evans. I really don't. He doesn't stay on the field either.
I think Mike Evans is underrated.
Oh, he's 100% underrated. The guy's a 1,000-yard receiver every year of his career. He's a Hall of Famer, in my opinion, already. He's a Hall of Famer. He's got a Super Bowl.
AJ Brown.
2 Super Bowls. No, does he? How many Super Bowls has the Bucks been to?
Well, they've been to 2. He's only got 1. He's not that old.
Oh, that's true. I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking of? I just had a thought. The Bucks, unlike your Patriots, have won every Super Bowl they've been to.
Don't do that, please. Don't do that.
Oh no!
Do that. Yeah, I know. And the
Don't
Saints
do that.
The Saints are better than the Patriots too. They won their 1 Super Bowl.
I like how you said that. Just all serious. Don't do that.
Don't.
I feel like one of your kids, like doing something naughty. Don't do that.
That's not a good idea.
Don't do that.
Right. I just give you the look. That's not a good idea.
But going back to
better than Tom Brady.
This whole 49ers thing here, Brian.
Go ahead. Try to spin.
No, I agree. The 49ers are chokers. 100%. 29 years? So 29 years without a Super Bowl win. That's a long, long drought.
Long drought.
So I agree.
Yep.
I think they've gotten a pass because they've had some success recently as far as getting there.
Yeah.
And they've had so much talent. I think they've had a pass the last few years because of that.
Yeah.
But in the grand scheme of things, yes, they have gone 1 year longer than the Dallas Cowboys without a Super Bowl win. Right. So we should be trashing the 49ers. Me personally, it's hard for me to because I'm a Green Bay Packers fan and they got our number. So there's not really much I can say. Well, I could say that we got a Super Bowl. We got 2 before they got 1. So I can say that. But that doesn't negate that the hate that Dallas Cowboys should get too. Just because one does it worse doesn't mean the other one isn't still doing it bad too.
Oh, no. The Cowboys should get it too. But, I mean, we never hear a peep about the Niners being choke artists. I mean, we do. I mean, it's gotta go somewhere else. I mean, we can still laugh at Cowboys and the Cowboy fans, but the Niners shouldn't be getting this like easy way out. I mean, bro, you got to be bad if you haven't won a Super Bowl. I mean, if the Cowboys have won a Super Bowl since you won your last one, you're pretty bad because they haven't won in a long time.
So, Dave, since you have your computer and you're ready to go, look up right now the longest Super Bowl droughts. I know the Cowboys will be there. The 49ers will be there. The Vikings, I think, will be there.
Well, it should only be teams that won, though, right?
Yeah, they've never won one.
The Browns, the Lions.
I mean, there's teams that have never even been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that's all right.
The Dolphins.
Dolphins, it's been a minute, huh? 73.
All right. So listen here. So this says,
yeah.
That's a long time.
Yep.
All right. The Patriots and the Steelers entered the season last year with the most Super Bowl championships, 6 apiece.
Yep.
All right. So those two. Let me see. I'm reading an article here.
Oh, boy.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Yeah.
I got it. Boom. Okay. Jets, 54 seasons since their last Super Bowl win.
54?
That's why Jets stands for just end their season.
Oh,
Dolphins.
my.
Dolphins with 49 seasons since their last win, Super Bowl win.
Ooh.
Raiders 39 completed seasons since last Super Bowl win. Bears at 37 seasons. Washington 31.
Oh, the Bears.
Here's your 49ers 28 seasons. Let me see. This is an art. When did this article come out? This might be a year old.
Yeah, so we add a year to that.
So add a year to all of these.
Yep. 55 for the Jets.
So 20, this says 28. So I think because this article talks about going into the 2023 season.
Yeah, so you add a year to all those. Wow.
Wait a second, Dave. So that jumped from 37 to 29. That's
what?
No, they're different teams.
Like you said the Raiders 37, right? And then the 49ers were 29.
Yeah.
Raiders were at 39. Or so 40 now, because this article I'm looking at is a year old. So let me add the numbers. Raiders, it's been 40 years since they won a Super Bowl.
Wow,
man. Let's see, Bears, Washington. So 49ers, 29 years. Cowboys, 28. 1995 was the last Cowboys win. They've got 5 Super Bowls.
Yes, they do.
So you want to hear my conspiracy theory about that?
Sure.
The conspiracy theory is, so the last time the Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl in 1995 would have been before I was born. I was born, and then they've never won one again.
Congratulations.
You're the curse. Interesting story.
You cursed the Cowboys. Not only did you ruin your brother's life, you ruined the Cowboys.
What
your brother was so mad the day you were born.
Yeah, I know. All the Cowboys fans too. So who's after the Cowboys?
Colts. Bro, it's been 16 years since Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl.
Wow.
For the Colts.
Micah in the comments said next topic.
Yeah. Been 4 years for the Patriots. Oh, 5. I forgot to add a year. 5 years. Does that sound right?
5 years.
2018 was their last win.
It feels like it's been longer. Like it just feels like, I don't know. To me, it just feels like it's been longer than that. But I mean, 5 years, I guess. But 5 years won't beat 50. Nope. Or 54.
55. Jets.
So
hey man, they're due.
This adds to the hurt that the New York Jets fans felt when Aaron Rodgers went down.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
55 years.
Wow.
Yep.
So there's some 65-year-old Jets fan that has not seen the Jets win a Super Bowl since he was 10 years old. And Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets, brings the whole team with him, gets a squad together, and goes down on the first play.
Crazy.
Oh, dude.
Hey, there are 12 teams that have never won a Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Brian, you're the sports guy. Can you name at least how many did you say? 14 or 12?
12.
Can you name at least 10 of those, Brian?
Let me start writing.
Okay. Not that have never been there, but have never won.
Right.
So they could have gone, but they've never won.
Vikings.
Vikings, check.
Chargers.
Check.
Browns.
Check.
Lions.
Check.
Let me see. Cardinals.
Check. You got 5.
Hey, I'm going down the list here. Falcons.
Check.
Let me see. Panthers.
Check.
Let's see. Giants, Cowboys.
There's a little help in the comments there, Brian.
No,
don't look at the comments.
I'm writing it down. All right, let me go back to the AFC. Bills.
Yeah, they've been to they've been to a
Went to
few.
3. Didn't he go 3 in a row?
Four
Yep.
in a row. 4 in a row.
You got 8.
Bengals.
Yeah, that's 9.
Let me see here. So that's 9.
Yep.
Bengals. Who else is in there? Ravens have 1. Colts. Raiders got. Broncos got me. Whew. What's? Yeah, this is kind of awkward. I got 9. And you said
Let's see.
there's 14?
12. There's 12.
Oh, there's 12. Good. Okay, I got 9 out of 12. I like my odds. Hold on, I'm gonna.
You'll slap yourself once you hear them because you'll be like, oh yeah, that's right.
Hold on, let me see. Wait. Bears, Lions, Vikings, Packers. Nope. Yeah, my brain's hurting now. So go ahead, Bobby.
Let's see. Jaguars.
That's it. I was thinking of another one. Jags. Yep.
So there's 2 left. Texans.
Yep.
And Titans.
Titans. Yep. Those are them.
Titans / Oilers. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's the 12. Hey, not bad. I literally wrote it.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
And that wasn't pre-show talk or anything like that.
No.
That was pressure. I got 9 out of 12 pretty quick.
Those 12 teams are the ultimate chokers.
No doubt.
And the biggest one I would say is the Bills.
I would say so too.
4 in a row. Super Bowl 25, 26, 27, and 28.
Yep.
That is so awesome.
Yep.
I know that because Super Bowl 25, that's the halftime show I was in.
Right.
Hey, Joe, how do you say his last name? Isn't Brian? You know this guy, I think. Joseph Gore.
Is my best friend from Massachusetts. What's up, Joe?
Hey, my mom on here. She said, "Great job, Brian."
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah,
Brian. Mom, I helped too, so that was cool.
Yeah, you did. You got the last 3 after my brain got.
Yeah, you got 3. You got 3 out of 12. I had all of them. I knew all of them because they were on the screen right over here in front of me. Over there. This is weird looking at the camera. Okay.
All right, y'all. Well, I think we covered all of our topics. We talked about the Daytona 500.
Yep.
Some guy named Byron won, loser. We talked about Mbappe. We talked about soccer for a little while. And Dave, you surprised us. Good job. Good job with all your soccer knowledge. That was very impressive.
Yep.
I love your top 10 list. I think yours is better than Brian's. That was awesome. We talked about the NBA All-Stars Not So Weekend. And then we talked about college hoop scores, just a tad. We might be able to cover that a little bit more as March gets closer because that means March Madness is happening, which is a lot of fun. I think the 3 of us should do a bracket.
We'll do our own bracket.
Yep, we'll do some good old bracketology. We'll make our March Madness bracket, and then we talked a little NFL news, and then some impromptu Super Bowl talk, Dallas Cowboy talk, San Francisco 49er talk, and then next time, next week we should do QB talk. I think it'll be fun.
Yep.
But any last words you guys would like to say before I end the stream? Dave, please.
I do have one thing. You mentioned it, the Daytona 500. Congratulations, William Byron. You just lost your best car of the season for the entire year. Because you know what happens when you win the Daytona 500, Brian?
It goes to the NASCAR Hall of Fame for the year.
Yes, it does. You lose your car.
Yep.
Wow, that's messed up.
Bobby didn't know that.
I didn't. What kind of rule is that?
They put it in a museum, man. People want to come look at it, touch it, stuff.
Could you imagine?
Get their picture taken next to it.
Can you imagine winning the Super Bowl and it's like, yeah, your best player has to be in the Hall of Fame for a year?
Like,
what?
That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest thing with the Daytona 500, especially because anybody can win the Daytona 500. It comes down to that last lap. Yeah. Yep. And if a low budget team
Yep.
wins,
They're in trouble.
they're happy,
Yep.
but it like ruins their whole season
Oh.
because that might be like one of their only super speedway car. I don't want to go on. We got to go.
Breaking news. Michael Larson in the comments. Breaking FSU and Clemson expected to be in the SEC before the end of 2024.
Wow.
That's huge.
That is huge. Wow.
Why? Why would
That's
they do that?
huge.
Wow.
Why?
Because as much as I'm an FSU fan, the SEC is the best conference in college football. They just are. They just recruit the best. That's where everybody goes. So
Yeah, that's the big conference.
Yep.
All right, that's enough sports talk.
Yep.
We're done, guys.
We're done.
Good job, everybody. Thank
Great.
you all for watching. Thank you all for joining in. Stay tuned to our social media. We'll clip this stuff up. We might have some breaking news. And hey, just so you guys know, Dave and I, at some point in the next few weeks, it is our goal. We're trying to work with Mikey's school. We will be hopefully at one of the games, and we will live stream the game and commentate it while it is going on. It will be awesome. Brian, you should fly down for that one.
Yeah, I know, right?
We might have to fly under the radar though,
Yeah.
because
Hey,
I don't know if they're gonna let us do
Hook
it.
me up. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we need sponsors so
Yeah.
we can buy plane tickets and stuff.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We'll see you all next Monday. If
Thank you,
not, we'll see you very soon.
Yep.
Thank you all. God bless.
God bless.
Hey.